welcome to Seen Through Glass, and welcome to the Nurburgring and the McLaren 720S with the lift system up. Forgot to put it down when I parked. Anyway, if you saw yesterday's video, you will know that I'm here to meet up with Shmee150, who recently bought a brand new Porsche 911 991.2 GT3. Now, I've never been around the Nurburgring, and I thought, why not take the opportunity to firstly check out Shmee's new GT3, but also break my virginity with a ride in the passenger seat of his new Shmee GT3. I want to do these up really tight.
You should.
Is that, I don't want to be, that's not insulting, is it?
No, that's fine. That's what they're for.
They're good.
Honestly, right?
Because like,
tied in.
I'm excited, but I'm a little nervous.
Do you need a hand there?
Just because I've heard stories. If you remember, I have harnesses in my 360.
Ah.
Because race car.
Because race car.
There's nothing
None of these are
nothing
race
racy about my 360. Took it on track, it would blow up.
Shall I start driving?
Yes, please, because we could be here for a while. God, they're not 4-point mine though.
6 points.
6 points. Sorry, there we go. That's
6 points everywhere.
We'll get there eventually. So how are you finding this car? Because, can you just remind me, what is actually in your garage these days? Because I've lost track.
I'm losing track as well.
And yeah, and don't do what's on the way, like what's actually in there.
McLaren 675 LT Spider.
Yes.
Aston Vantage GT8.
Yes.
AMG GTR. This 911 GT3. Currently a long-term loan BMW M5.
Okay.
Focus RS Red Edition, which is my project car. Focus RS Heritage Edition, which is staying stock. Special Lost Focus RS, and then my blue ones for sale. So
project car's a new thing for you.
It is. So Mark, Shmee150 as we call him, that you know, is rather big into his tuning. He tuned up his M2 and his Mini.
Okay.
He's kind of along the way with owning my blue Focus for the last 2 years. Tons of companies have got in touch and said, you know, what about doing this? What about doing this? And we're just like, well, why not? I know I like the Focus. Let's
try something different. Why not? You've owned every other car under the sun. You might as well own a project car.
Let's do it.
Anyway, so talk to me. We're gonna get. Oh yes. We're gonna get into your thoughts about this car once we're out on track, because I want to distract you and slow you down. But talk to me quickly about the Nurburgring. Like, so 30 laps in, you reckon now? What am I kind of know what to expect. I've played it on the PlayStation.
It's quite like a fast road, not a racetrack. It's not like Spa or Silverstone or those more familiar racetracks, you know, F1 style tracks. It's much slower. You need cars like the Porsches that have lower speed aero, mechanical grip, that can just stay planted around the corners. It's bumpy. You need to know where the bumps and things are on the ridges. You need to watch out for traffic. It's a public road, so you can only technically overtake on the left.
How hard do you push?
Don't know that. To me, we're driving this quite chilled. We don't have helmets on. We're being gentle. This is a road drive. This is a spirited road drive, right? Sure. So let's head straight up. You have a ticket. It's connected to your account, which you blip on here. I can't reach, typical. There we go.
That harness life.
That harness life indeed. Can we let this chap go in front of us?
Yeah, then we can overtake someone.
Okay. Re-harness back in.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if
fairly famously, bridge to gantry is the kind of drive. So you come out here, there used to be a chicane here, but now you just drive straight out, put your foot down, and away we go. So let's go up into sport, exhaust open.
God, sounds so good, this car. Straight away, wow, okay, we're on it. This is, Tim, you're not messing around, mate. I thought we're going for a casual toll road drive.
Yeah, that's what this is.
Now, which car, have you driven all of your cars on the Nurburgring?
I've not driven the GT8, but I have been around in the Focus RS, the McLaren, the GTR.
Where does this rate? Because I've seen so many Porsches and GT3s today.
It's a brilliant car for this environment because you have a sensible amount of power, right? If you have too much power, it gets so dangerous here, especially a car as valuable as the McLaren. I can tell you from my point of view, I'm worrying less because the car costs a little bit less.
Okay.
But it still has a very nice amount of power and balance. It's all...
And it must feel super precise,
yes,
right?
It is. The chassis setup, the throttle feel, the steering feel in this car is all matched so well to one another. Like, from a engineering point of view, this is where it is designed to be driven, and you can feel it straight away. Right?
Yeah, and I'm sorry, it sounds a million times times better than the LT. I don't care what you say. I know you just admitted off camera that you're like a pretty big fan of turbocharged cars.
Yeah.
That's where your preference lies, but this, come on, you have to admit, from drama and symphony, it's like, come on, Tim, we're going for that, what was it, 713?
No, we're not.
No.
We'll back off a little bit.
I want a lap record.
But you have to learn where all of these dips are and jumps, for example, because you don't want to go light, for example, and fly off the end of the track somewhere.
Yeah, what's over these hills and crests? That's the thing, is this is a, how many mile course?
Oh, what is it? It's about 13 miles
Yeah,
or so?
13, 14 miles, something like that. And you've got to remember every single corner, otherwise we're going into these very close barriers. Wow!
I'm starting to learn it fairly well, but I'm a long way short of the full track.
That was
We've
a
got
bump
somebody
with a-
coming up fast behind. I'm going to let him through, so
Please.
good practice is to indicate.
Oh, it's a
right.
718! No, it's not.
No,
It's
it's
turbo.
not, it's
I got
not.
so excited. I was like, you've been done, mate. Woo! Here we are.
He's probably somebody who knows it a little bit better than I do, which is going to make all the haters out there say Shmee150 can't drive.
No, but the thing is, right, that's what's so funny about the Nurburgring, and let's not forget Top Gear when Sabine Schmidt was in the van.
Yeah.
It's just about how well you know this place. Oh my god, we are quick, that's the thing. Tim, you're on it, mate. I'm loving this, this is awesome. But yeah, that's someone who probably, that was right down the bottom of a hill. Oh, that my stomach went through my anus right then, but that was lovely. Oh,
I mean,
this is
we're
so
probably
cool.
driving at about what would be something like an 8.5 minute or so lap time.
Okay.
Which, by your average choice and fast kind of driving standards, is pretty fast. As you notice, we'll have one or two that come past us.
What's
It's not actually
your-
that busy this evening, which is nice.
Well, and we got beautiful weather because it was supposed to rain. I mean, we planned this about 3 hours ago because we thought there was a thunderstorm, but look, we're out here in beautiful sunshine, catching a 570S, trailing a turbo, braking my duck around the ring. This is, I feel like this is the perfect car, perfect weather to be doing this with, and I'd say perfect driver too. I'm glad to be doing this with
maybe
you.
Misha or somebody from Apex would be slightly more.
Yeah, I was being polite, but yeah.
They would be a little bit more on it than me, but here we go past one of the Apex cars while we're at it.
Oi, we've overtaken someone! We're on it! Woo! Now, when have you been the bravest? Like, would you have a personal, like in your head, there must be a level or point where you...
In terms of driving around here?
Yeah! Have you
On my
ever
own.
pushed it really hard?
Only on my own. I
Really?
would never want to push it with a passenger just
Okay.
because it's such a dangerous place.
Have you scared yourself?
Not really yet. I haven't done enough laps to
Well, like I said,
genuinely be scared by it.
you haven't scared me yet. I mean, there's been a couple of moments I'm like, whoa! I'm
just driving too comfortably.
But yeah. You're not
you say
driving too
so?
comfortably. No, this is great. Please don't push it any harder, my god. Some of these corners are pretty full on. Oh! Does not look like this on the Gran Turismo game, I have to say that.
Do you really think so? I've been playing loads of games to get familiar with it. I mean, even today I played a few laps just to refresh before coming out on the track.
And you feel like it's a... What game were you playing?
Forza 7.
And it felt precise enough? Like you felt...
It feels like you...
Hey, sorry, that was me.
That's probably the most scared I've ever been on the ring. It's trying to talk and concentrate.
I'm sorry, I totally distracted you, I'm sorry. Okay, back to this. Forza being super realistic.
Well, it means you just are extra familiar with lefts and rights. Yes, it doesn't get all the bumps, it doesn't get all the undulations, because, you know, the biggest thing I think I felt when I first drove around the ring was it's so much more undulating than you realise.
Well, that's it, and the G-forces that the car's experiencing and your body's experiencing.
Through the dips are pretty intense, aren't they?
And that can throw you off, I'm sure, as a driver. Like as a passenger, I'm a bit like, oh, when we've hit a few of the bumps, but we're coming up to the carousel, aren't we?
In a moment.
Ish.
Not quite there yet.
No, okay, I was getting ahead of
Hold your
myself.
horses.
So cool, though. What a way to spend the day in this car. So,
I'm just loving that the sky is blue.
the sky is blue is fantastic. The car is green, and that was a nice late breaking point.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
This car on the road, where does it sort of sit?
The
Because
thing is, it's not a great road car. That's the problem with it for me.
That's
Things like the AMG GTR is a much, much better car. I think I have to say, even my McLaren, the LT, is a better road car than this. It's just too firm and too uncomfortable.
here we go.
So
Here we go.
Carousel,
Carousel, what's he
we
doing?
can skip through.
What?
Is he gonna let us through?
What? We just overtook someone on the carousel. Yes, we just had Septa Lady. Love it. Love it. But the thing is, your garage, your lineup is all quite track focused. I mean,
they've all got wings. Everything apart from the M5 has a wing on the back.
Well, there we go. And even though you could argue that the LT Spider is a little bit more of a sort of lifestyle version, it's still insanely fast. So, quite interesting that this, essentially a road-going cup car, you find isn't right on the road. Do you just see it as a track weapon?
It is a track car. It's clearly built, and I mean the RS is even more so, but this thing is clearly built to be fast in this kind of environment, right? There's no question about it. Everything is just engineered for this, and that just means it's too much on the road. If you're going on the Autobahn, for example, at nearly 300 kph, that's where the steering in here is just too twitchy, too bouncy everywhere, and I know it sounds silly to say because 300 kilometers per hour is a bit irrelevant. By the way, this is Brunchen.
I'm waving up here. Oh, we hit a bump! Oh, we hit a curve! I was not looking, that scared the poop out of me.
Oh, we got some tyre squeal.
Do you think a manual would be better on the road? Because I know you got the PDK.
Car, yes, but for me,
because this is why you want to use this car. Oh, I feel like you're starting to get a bit confident, a bit cocky, Tim.
You're safe, don't worry.
I didn't feel unsafe, just felt, you know,
this is a dangerous bit. Dab. I'm going to let the guy behind come through.
Oh, okay.
I'm holding him back.
Yeah.
It's very track spec.
Bimmer Zim Zimmer.
Yeah.
He's not
got
messing
full
around.
cage, full everything.
Not messing around. That's
Where were we?
I actually don't know. we both got a bit distracted there. No, I was saying that I know you got this car PDK because you want to use it for this reason, but do you think if you got the manual you would find it a bit more compliant on the road?
I believe there is, well, there's a big setup difference between the regular GT3, this car, and the touring car.
Sure.
Which is the one without the wing. Take some curbs there.
Here he is, hopping and skipping. They're quite aggressive, the curbs, aren't they?
Yes, you're not supposed to hit many.
Yeah,
I've not done a very good job by...
there's another little mini carousel.
Little carousel indeed. We're coming up to the last right-hander of the whole track.
Oh my god, and that's where my dried mango from earlier is starting to hit peak level now. Mate, what an experience. What's going on here? Overtaking the last couple of cars.
Off the red line just for fun.
Brilliant.
We have it.
Wow, we've done it, mate.
That's your lap.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What a cool thing.
This is an important bit. You don't want to touch the brakes here. You want to let them cool. And I'm going too fast. I'm going to have to use the brakes.
But usually you don't want to touch the brakes.
So on what you were saying about manual versus PDK, when I've driven the manual, right, I have felt like it is an amazing car, absolutely brilliant car. Both are. I think whichever way a buyer goes, if they have a PDK, they'll love it. If they have a manual, they'll love it. Okay. But they are different. For me, for example, the concentration to go around there, I don't want to be shifting manually. This is a track car. I want lap times.
Yeah, PDK is always going to be quicker. Yeah. You might get a different experience, but it's always going to be quicker, and that felt pretty quick. So even if you were holding back, that felt great. Thank you so much.
Good for me. I'm pleased, apart from our one.
There was one little sketch of it. That was all me. That was all my fault. And Tim slightly dodged it. No, I'm joking. Yeah. There we go, my Nurburgring. Sounds a bit awful saying virginity over and over again, doesn't it? It does. Duck,
Nurburgring duck's fine.
Nurburgring duck has been broken. Yeah. I've been on the Nurburgring. Thank you so much.
And you haven't chundered everywhere?
I haven't chundered, no. I thought I was going to at the end, but didn't. I almost pooped myself when we nearly went into a barrier.
We did not nearly go into a barrier. We had loads
that was
to
my
spare.
fault. Shmee nearly bins his GT3. No, I'm joking.
YouTube clickbait.
Congratulations on this car, though. It is awesome. I mean, I think we all knew that the GT3s have been amazing for the last God knows when, but this particular iteration is one of my favourites, and it's a bold colour choice. But I feel like it's you.
Supposed to be.
Yeah, it's very you. So
look at the lineup of my colours. You've got purples, blues, orange, red.
Colours that not many other people would choose, but it makes them your cars, which is the most important thing. I'm all for personalisation on cars. Anyway, thank you very much. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you want to see more Nurburgring antics and all those other things, of course, Shmee150 is always doing busy stuff, so I'll put a link to his channel below. But if you don't know who he is, you've been living under a rock. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you have, and make sure to subscribe for plenty more videos to come.
Cheers.